Hello again from Monte Cristo. We're so glad you came back to join us. Today we're going to make whipping cream biscuits. 2 ingredients, so easy. Whipping cream and self-rising flour. That's all there is to it. So let's get started. We're going to start with the Silpat liner so that we don't have to add any oil underneath our biscuits. I'll put a link to this on my description because it is a lifesaver. Nothing sticks to it. Instead of taking our flour directly out of the bag, we're going to put it in a bowl so it's still light and fluffy, and we're going to measure 1 3/4 cups of flour. I'm using a 1/4 cup measurer because my dishwasher's going. The rest of them are in there, so that's 1/4. Half. 3/4. This way it doesn't pack it down. It still stays light and fluffy and you don't get too much. That's 1/4. 3/4. And 3/4. We're going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. It's fresh. So 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna pour it right in there. We want to work it as little as possible. We're not making bread like a yeast bread. We're making biscuits, and we don't want to get too much of it stirred up because we don't want them to be tough. Get a little bit of flour on a sheet of some sort. Get as much as we can out of there. We don't want to waste it. We're going to put it to about a 1/2 inch thick. It's very stiff. And I can't seem to keep up with a biscuit cutter, so I'm just going to use a top, a lid, a jar lid, put a little flour on it so it doesn't stick, and start cutting it out. Try not to twist it too much, just break it loose, and then we'll put them on our Silpat. If you like them softer around the edge, you can put them together. If you like them crispier, you can separate them on your pan. I'm gonna have to roll this out. Try not to add any more flour to it. I don't think we're gonna stick. When I was a kid, I used to love raw biscuit dough, and I know a lot of people are grossed out by that, but I loved it. When I got married, my mother-in-law Made the best homemade biscuits. But she would always save a biscuit for me that wasn't cooked because she knew how much I loved them. So we'll clean this up. And we've got them ready to go. Now some people like to put a little sugar in them. I personally think I have enough sugar in my life. I probably don't need any more. Some people like to put butter on top of them before they put them in the oven. I like to put my butter on after they come out because I really want that salty, buttery topping fresh where I can taste it. It's going to go into a 500-degree oven, and which we already have preheated, and it should be about 8 to 10 minutes. We'll check it at about 7. I'm not sure I trust my oven. So we'll check it at about 7 and we'll go from there. That's after 7 minutes. So I think we need to leave them in for another couple of minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes and counting.
9 minutes, and I think that's probably just where we want them. So they're coming on out. Those are some pretty good looking biscuits, I gotta say. We're gonna brush the tops with butter, and then we're gonna cut them open and see how they look. We're just brushing the tops with the butter now. I probably use about 1/3 of a stick. Everybody that knows me knows I love salt. So I'm gonna dab just a little bit of extra salt on a couple of them because I just like it salty. A little bit of salt is kind of putting it mildly. But here we have our biscuits. We're gonna let them sit for about 2 or 3 minutes until they're not steamy and so they don't break apart. And then we're gonna cut them open and see what wonderful things we can pair them with. Here's some strawberry fig jam that we've made. And I think what I'll do is just cut right into this. It's a delicious looking biscuit. And since I like butter, there is a little extra left. Might just put a little butter on it. Put some delicious fig and strawberry jam. We use a lot of figs here. We have 2 trees that produce pretty well most every year. Now that is a delicious breakfast, snack, or side dish. Oh, good. It's delicious. You've got to try these. And that jelly, that jam, I'll have the recipe on here soon. It's really good. Thanks for coming.